So,
Yeah, you up first. Matter of fact. So what's your overall NFL draft grade? Because we watched it. It was a phenomenal draft. We will lie, by the way, was enjoying it. Next year, we might as well see it through. That was my fault too. Next year, I'll be ready, prepared. Because we left it like 27. I was like, next time I'll be
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
And
I said, once we got to
it out.
24, I'm like, I was like, man, we should finish this draft. We get to 24.
We
James
might
like,
as
nah,
well
I
get
ain't
it
got
out.
it. James like, I ain't got it.
It's all good. So Craig, Carolina Panthers, man, what you got their draft grade?
let me check my. I think I got them down as a B plus. I just thought the first pick was really good. Obviously, they had their choice of tackles. Could have went either way, and I wanted Neal more than I wanted the kid from NC State. I don't know how to say his name, but I'm glad they got a left tackle. So they got that side, well, at least part of that side straightened out. And then they didn't have a day 2 pick, but they traded. They were trying to trade for Baker Mayfield, but they couldn't come to terms on money. So I don't know what Cleveland was asking for. I tried to look around, couldn't find anything. So I don't know if they wanted Carolina to pay the whole thing, or I don't know what the determination was or the dollar amount was. But that didn't work out, obviously. So they ended up trading in the first round or a second round. It's gonna be third round. Damn, third round, and getting Matt Corral. So I thought that was a solid quarterback draft. Or a solid draft pick, I should say. They didn't reach really. I don't think. I think Matt Corral was a second, maybe a third round, maybe a fourth, something like that in that range, I guess. So I don't think they really reached for him. I kind of want to know if they were going to trade for, or if they even thought about trading for Willis, and how, like, when the trade talks with Cleveland broke down. Was it after the Willis pick? Was it before? And I don't know, because I would have liked them if the trade talks had broken down before the Willis pick. Then I would have liked it for them to jump up and draft Willis instead of Corral. But maybe they broke down after he was already taken, and then they just said, you know what, we need a quarterback, so whatever. So I'm cool with that. I like Brandon Smith. He's really fast. He's tall. Whatever. I think he's going to be solid. He's just kind of a little rough around the edges. Same thing with Barno and Mays. But these were late round picks, so you can't really ask for too much. But Mays adds more depth to the offensive line, and Barno is another edge rusher that they could have. Maybe he'll get some playing time. I'm not sure, but at least the first, they only had 6 picks. So I mean, for what it's worth, I'm just basing it off of the value of the picks and like who they took, and the fact that they didn't like go all crazy and go reach for anything like that. So I give them a B plus. I don't know what, maybe if they had either got Baker Mayfield for the low as far as money that they could have paid, and they could have gotten or if they could have traded for Willis or traded up to get Willis, then I probably would have given them an A. Maybe even they taken Neal instead of NC State tackle. Who knows? But I give him a B plus.
All right. Anybody else got any draft trades for Carolina? Everybody's cool with a B plus.
I'm cool with it.
Definitely defer to Craig on that.
Yeah. I like that.
If they draft that quarterback, that grade would have went down a little bit.
Oh man, that grade would have been nah. And the thing about it is that I read that they were intrigued about possibly taking a quarterback there. Like they just weren't. They it's not like they automatically knew, even though there were 3 tackles there, that they were going to take a tackle. They still kind of going back and forth from what I was hearing. So that kind of irritated me, but I'm glad they stuck with a tackle.
So Craig, let me ask you this though: who do you think in that draft room had the smarts to say out of the organization, who you think had the smarts to say no, we can't do that? Like
I don't even know, man. I really don't know, because a few weeks ago I called everybody on that team or in the organization dumb, because I think they're all dumb except for maybe the president, because she just got there in February, so maybe it was her. I don't know. Maybe she's there somewhere. Maybe she called him up. I don't know who was in the draft room at the time, but I don't have any faith in Matt Rule. I don't have any faith in damn, I'm gonna mess his name up. The GM. I can't think of his name right now. I don't have any faith in him. The owner's he's terrible. I don't know. So, but like I said, I'm just glad that they made a move. Like I could have seen Matt Rule taking a quarterback because this is probably his last season. He's on a hot seat, so trying to make a splashy move. But fortunately, he didn't do that. So I'm hoping he got in his ear.
Yeah, he like Nagy from last year. I think he in a situation like Nagy was from last year. It's just a matter of time if they're gonna let them finish the season or not. It's just if they're gonna let them finish the season or not.
Maybe it was McAdoo. Maybe McAdoo said something. He saw what happened to Daniel Jones or seen what was happening to him with that offensive line, and it's like, no, we can't. And plus, he already put his foot in his mouth about the whole Sam Darnold's our starter, blah blah blah. You shouldn't have said, but whatever.
All right. Draft grades for Atlanta Falcons.
I think I got him an
A. Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah, I got him an A.
I got him at an A. I think they did.
Unfortunately, I thought they did pretty good.
They did really.
He said,
good.
unfortunately,
they did. They did really good.
I think what's name going to start by mid-season. I think Ritter going to start. I think Ritter going to get in there by mid-season. I give it week 8.
Depending on what the schedule is, especially when they're probably not gonna have nothing to play for at that point in time. So I can see it.
Yeah. It depends how Mariota is.
It's going to depend on their run game because their old coordinator is a run dominant dude with play action. He's Tennessee old. He still calling the plays. Tennessee old coach, right? He the head coach, but he calling the plays pretty much, right?
Arthur Smith, yeah.
Yeah, so it all depends on who their running backs are because if you telling me Marcus Mariota going to drop back 30 times, 25 times, yeah, okay. All right.
So
let's see how that work for you.
I mean, he should be fresh.
Yeah, he should, but we've seen this story before.
They're in a good position because they could have an open competition, right?
I love that USC pick though. I love that wide receiver. I wanted us to get
competition and Ritter could start and then they could flame out. And
I would name Mariota the starter early on and
they
make Ritter earn it. Give him time. Wait till like the midpoint in the season, maybe like the bye week. And if he's shown enough in practice throughout the season, then give him the starting job. I wouldn't be in a rush to put him out there day one.
Okay. So here's the question. Craig's probably gonna love this. They're gonna have a high pick next year. Do you keep Ritter as a starter, trade it out, or pick a quarterback?
They're not gonna take a quarterback next year.
I think so. You don't think
if
so?
If you're in position to get one, I think
they're gonna get one. if they're I don't think they have.
I don't understand. It seems like this was a wasted. Why even waste a third round pick on a quarterback? You're just going to end up taking one next year.
He's there.
It doesn't make sense. You already signed Mariota, so why not just go ahead and play it out?
Value.
I think that's dumb. I just don't understand it. If that was the case, then that's a stupid pick to me.
You think they should have did what Seattle did?
I mean, if you're all in on Mariota as your starter and you think you're going to be bad anyway, and you're going to just be in the top 2 or 3. Why not just go ahead and do what Seattle did? Just don't take a quarterback.
We'll get to them. I think they had a phenomenal draft. But yeah, I give Atlanta A. I do like their picks. And they waited to the 3rd round. I was worried for a second, but I was kind of right, you know. But Craig, you should have made that bet. Man. You would have made some money. What was it? Under 3 quarterbacks?
The odds went up on that because I think a lot of people were already making them. So it wasn't even, you were going to pay way too much money to even make any money.
All right. The New Orleans Saints. What do you give their draft grade?
I would say A.
You give the Saints an A?
Yeah, I would. I think they hit on that. I think they knew what they needed, like to get Olave up there and trade up. Like that was a move because that's gonna be dangerous. Like if he's even halfway decent potential, and they get getting Thomas back, and then Kamara in the backfield. Oh man, I think that could be a definite dangerous mix. And then I don't know if we adding in free agency or we strictly talking about the draft, but just added Honey Badger, just You know, they got a couple other picks, and then they signed. If I'm not mistaken, they jumped back in the first round and got a tackle. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Trevor Pence.
Yes. Yeah. So, and we talk about that was one of the top tackles in the draft. You know, one of the meanest tackles in the draft. So, I get them an A. I think overall they built their team.
I think they successfully built their team. And I'm gonna be honest. I fell for what everybody thought. I guess we all did. I really thought they were gonna draft a quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, all right, they're gonna draft a quarterback. But then when they didn't, I was like, all right, they're going with Jameis as a starter. If he stays healthy, I mean, they got a decent team.
I mean, they make the playoffs last year if he stays healthy.
He stays healthy, yeah. And then they have Olave with the tackle. I mean, it's pretty good. I know Craig doesn't want to hear that.
No, I think they did the smart thing because they needed the left tackle and they needed another wide receiver. So you don't know what's going to happen with Michael Thomas. Who knows if he's even going to be the same Michael Thomas he was three. Plus, he had Drew Brees on the ball at that time. So it's not Drew Brees, but they only had 5 picks. But I mean, the first 2 picks they really hit on. Even the third one with
they got the corner,
cornerback. So I think they did pretty good for those, at least the top 3 anyway.
Because Michael Thomas is 2 years. He's been out 2 years.
Kind of like about 2 years, 2-3 years, 2 years.
Something like that, yeah. 2.
Something like that. Like he didn't play at all last year. So on one hand, he should be rested, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Tampa Bay.
Mm.
I think they did a B. I mean,
I gave them a B-. I thought they were okay.
Yeah. Nothing surprising.
They needed a tackle, I thought, or at least offensive line help, and they got that. They got defensive help.
They got a running back too.
Running back replacement for Ronald Jones. So I thought they did all right.
Yeah, I think they did. They did good.
I wasn't expecting much from Tampa anyway. Tampa and like teams like the Rams and all, like I wasn't
deep. Yeah, man. They're real deep. So, I mean, the teams like that, they're just drafted for depth and future starters. You want to be in those positions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
not gonna lie.
They did take a punter in the 4th,
which is very weird.
Yeah.
That's why they probably have a B, not an A to me. I don't know why they took a punter in a 4th. That was
it was kind of weird. That was kind of
They got a tight end, maybe Grunt. I don't know if maybe Grunt doesn't come back.
I mean, I get the tight end. I don't know.
They got 2 of them actually, so I didn't understand the second one, but okay.
Second one, I believe, is a blocking tight end.
Oh yeah, he was a 6th-round pick, so I just thought maybe they could have taken something else. I don't know.
Yeah,
but either way.
And